Grace College of Engineering, PH 8151 Engineering Physics, Unit 2 Waves and Fiber Optics. Here we are going to see the differential equation and its solution for damped oscillator. Already we have seen oscillatory motion, its types of vibrations like forced, damped and free vibrations. Now we are going to see the differential equation and the solution for forced vibrations. First let us consider a spring in which a body of mass m is suspended. So m mass இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு பொருளை எடுத்து ஒரு ஸ்ப்ரிங்ல என்ன செஞ்சிருக்கோம் மாட்டியிருக்கிறோம். Here there are two types of forces act on it. One force we used to call it as restoring force. Restoring force means it acts opposite to the displacement because இந்த ஸ்ப்ரிங்கை நம்ம இப்படி இழுக்கிறோம்னா கீழே நோக்கி displaced ஆகுது, அது y. Restoring force என்ன செய்யுது, அதை மேலே நோக்கி இழுக்குது. அதுக்குள்ளே இருக்கக்கூடிய force அந்த ஒரிஜினல் பொசிஷனுக்கு திரும்ப ரிட்டர்ன் கொண்டு வரக்கூடிய அந்த ஃபோர்ஸ்க்கு பேர் தான் we used to call it as restoring force. So அந்த force மேலே நோக்கி இழுக்கும், displaced ஆகுது கீழே நோக்கி. So it is opposite direction. So F1 directly proportional to minus y, or we can write it as F1 is equal to minus ky. The k we used to call it as force constant or spring constant. Y is displacement. So here two types of forces. One we used to call it as restoring force and another force is called as frictional force or damping force. The frictional force or damping force also, it's act in the opposite direction. So this formula can be written as F2 is equal to minus r dy by dt. That is nothing but velocity. R is frictional force. Negative sign means it is in opposite direction. Now we are going to find the total force. Total force is nothing but F is equal to restoring force F1 plus frictional force F2. So F is equal to minus ky minus r dy by dt. Take this as equation number 3. Now using Newton's second law, force is equal to mass into acceleration. Mass is m, acceleration is d squared y by dt squared. So F is equal to m d squared y by dt squared. Take this as equation number 4. Now we are going to compare this force equation number 3 and the fourth equation force. So right hand side are equal. So left hand side are equal. So we are going to equate the two equations 3 and 4. M d squared y by dt squared is equal to minus ky minus r dy by dt. So d squared y by dt squared is equal to cross multiply பண்ணிக்கோங்க, minus k by m y minus r by m dy by dt. So d squared y by dt squared இதை திருப்பி இங்கிருந்து இங்கே கொண்டு வந்துட்டீங்கன்னா plus r by m dy by dt plus k by m y is equal to 0. Take this as equation number 5. It's like second order differential equation. Now we have to give the solution for it. Before giving the solution, let us simplify the second order differential equation. So we can put r by m as 2b and k by m as omega squared. So d squared y by dt squared plus 2b dy by dt plus omega squared y is equal to 0. Take this as equation number 6 and this is a second order differential equation. Now we are going to write the solution for it. The solution for this second order differential equation is y is equal to a e power alpha t. That a alpha are called as arbitrary constants. Now we are going to differentiate this equation number 7. First differentiate dy by dt is equal to a. E power ax can be differentiated as a into e power ax. So here we are writing it as e alpha t into alpha. Again we are differentiating. Again differentiating means d squared y by dt squared is equal to a. Here instead of e power alpha t means here one alpha. So alpha squared. A e power alpha t into alpha square. Take this as equation number 9. Now we can substitute these three terms in this equation. Instead of y we can write a e alpha t dy by dt. You can write it as a alpha e power alpha t. D squared y by dt squared means a alpha squared e power alpha t. So while substituting these values here, we can take a as common and e power alpha t as common. So inside alpha squared plus 2b alpha plus omega squared is equal to 0. Here first let us take a e power alpha t term. It is not equal to 0 because a is an arbitrary constant. So this is the second order differential equation. This equation is equal to 0. While solving we can find alpha value as alpha is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b squared minus omega squared. Take this as equation number 10. Now let us substitute the value of alpha in seventh equation. That is here we have written it as y is equal to a e power alpha t. Instead of alpha we can substitute minus b plus or minus root of b squared minus omega squared. So y is equal to a exponential of minus b plus or minus root of b squared minus omega squared into t. So y is equal to here it's 1 plus term and 1 minus term. So we are writing it separately. So y is equal to a1 exponential of minus b plus root of b squared minus omega squared into t plus a2 exponential of minus b minus root of b squared minus omega squared into t. Take this as equation number 11. Here a1 and a2 are called as arbitrary constant. So this is the general solution for b and omega squared. Now we are going to find the special cases. That is here what we are going to do now. B squared value is if it is greater than omega squared and if it is less than and if it is equal to omega squared. So three conditions we are going to see. The first case is when b squared greater than omega squared. When b squared is greater than omega squared means that root of b squared minus omega squared value will be real and it is less than b. So therefore the terms minus b plus root of b squared minus omega squared and minus b minus root of b squared minus omega squared becomes negative value. If it is negative means displacement decreases without performing any oscillatory motion. This type of motion is called overdamped oscillation, or we can call it as deadbeat oscillation. Example for this is pendulum, then deadbeat moving coil galvanometer. Case 2, when b squared value is equal to omega squared. When b squared equal to omega squared means here root of b squared minus omega squared is not exactly 0, but it has some small value. We can take that small value as beta. So instead of that equation, we can write like this: a1 exponential of minus b plus that is root of b squared minus omega squared. We can write it as beta t plus a2 exponential of minus b minus beta into t. So y is equal to a1. Then we can write it as exponential of e power minus bt, and after that we can write it as e power beta t plus a2 exponential of minus bt. Here we can write as e power minus beta t. So if you take e power minus beta t as common means a1 e power beta t plus a2 e power minus beta t. If you take e power minus beta t as common, we can write the exponential term, that is we can expand that exponential as 1 plus beta t plus beta t squared by 2 factorial, like that it will go here. Just let us take the first two terms 1 plus beta t, and here also we can take the first two as 1 minus beta t. So e power minus beta t, here we can write it as a1 and here it is a2, a1 plus a2, and here if we take beta t as common means a1 minus a2 and so on. Here let us take a1 plus a2 as p and a1 minus a2 as q. So y is equal to e power minus bt p plus qt. So this one if t increases, that is p plus qt also increases, but that exponential term will decreases. So displacement y approaches 0 more rapidly. Then we used to call it as critical damped motion or critical oscillation. For this example is sensitive galvanometer, movement of pointer instruments, that is voltmeter, ammeter, etc. Case 3, when b squared less than omega squared. When b squared is less than omega squared means then root of b squared minus omega squared becomes imaginary. If it is becomes imaginary means we have to write it as I. Root of b squared minus omega squared is equal to I into root of omega squared minus b squared, or we can write it as I gamma. Instead of gamma we can write it as root of omega squared minus b squared. So in this equation let us write it as I gamma. Here we can write it as minus I gamma. Here also the உள்ள கொடுத்தபடி multiply பண்ணிக்கோங்க. அப்ப என்ன வரும்? e power minus bt, here e power minus e power I gamma t, and here e power minus bt, e power minus I gamma t. If you take e power minus bt as common means a1 e power I gamma t plus a2 e power minus I gamma t. இங்கே exponential term expand பண்ணிடுதுனா எப்படி எழுதிக்கலாம்? cos gamma t plus I sin gamma t. Like that here cos gamma t minus I sin gamma t. So இதுலயும் காமனா என்ன பண்ணிக்கோங்கன்னா cos terms எல்லாம் இது வந்து a1 cos gamma t, here a2 cos gamma t. So cos gamma t காமனா எடுத்தா a1 plus a2. அதே மாதிரி இங்கே a1 I sin gamma t, here a2 I sin gamma t. So sin gamma t காமனா எடுத்தா a1 minus a2. Here a1 plus a2 let us take it as a sin phi, and a1 minus a2 let us take it as a cos phi. So அந்த வேல்யூவை இதில் என்ன பண்ண போகிறோம்? சப்ஸ்டிடியூட் பண்ணுறோம். ஸோ சப்ஸ்டிடியூட் பண்ணோம்னா எப்படி இருக்கும்? e power minus bt a sin phi cos gamma t plus a cos phi sin gamma t. இது sin a plus b ஃபார்மில் இருக்கு. sin a plus b னா sin a cos b plus cos a sin b அந்த ஃபார்மில் இருக்கிறனால we can write like this: e power minus bt a sin gamma t plus phi. Again, instead of gamma, we can substitute root of omega squared minus b squared. So this is the equation for underdamped motion. For this, the example is simple pendulum in air and the motion of the coil in ballistic galvanometer. So here we have seen the differential equation for damped oscillation and its solution. Here we are going to represent it in a graphical form. Graphical form la represent பண்றப்போ time x axis லையும் amplitude y axis லையும் எடுத்துக்கிட்டோம்னா இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும். இது under damped க்கு, this one for over damped and this one for critically damped oscillation. Thank you.